We spoke here and you told me that most of your farming operations is rain-fed agriculture. And you've said that right now you are even mukona kauoga. You might have missed on the rain. Talk to us about that. From here, when do you expect the rains?
Well, ideally, this is supposed to be the almost last part of the rainfall. The last part of the rainfall, the long season. And the earliest we expect a bit more of rainfall is around November towards December.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives us a big worry around this time, because our normal rainfall situation gave us a lot of trouble. Of course, I mean, weather changes.
Yeah.
And this land is so big that we may not even irrigate it. Although we have a dam here that was established by the government through the National Irrigation Authority.
Yeah.
As we move into the future, we are beginning to think about pumping that water to an uphill place, and then begin to introduce gravity irrigation processes, probably for potatoes, because you cannot irrigate wheat. It's so massive.
It's massive.
You require, a lot of rainfall. And as I mentioned, this dam is a donation.
What is the capacity of this dam?
Oh, millions and millions of cubic.
Wow.
This dam is having both this ranch and the neighboring communities. Especially their livestock is drawing water from the dam during the very dry season. We allow our communities to graze within the areas that we are not necessarily utilizing, and therefore during the very dry areas, if you come to this place around December, January, the environment is completely different, and sometimes even communities do not get water. So this dam has a solar pump in it. It has a water trough, and the entire thing is felt, properly cleaned up. It's massive.
It's massive.
It's a massive dam. And it has, by the way, before it was prepared, because there used to be a dam there, of course, small. It took them a whole 20 days just trying to clean up, the mud before now they established what is inside there. You may not even see where the machine is. It's already submerged into the water.
Yeah.
So it's quite a very, very positive move from the government.
Yeah. Do you have any idea where else they've given this support? And two, what would have informed them to actually bring this here?
I know that in an area called Narosora in Narok South, where they do a lot of irrigation of crops like onions and tomatoes, they have established quite a number of dams there.
The government?
Yes. But what made us a place of choice is that this is a community entity that draws community benefits in different perspectives. So when they came to this area, in Narok North, not too many of these facilities are available, especially for targeting irrigation, But because of the fact that there is coexistence of crops and livestock within this area, and the fact that we have allowed our communities to also draw their livelihoods out of this farm, they saw the need to also just expand this dam so that in future we minimize on conflicts related to water. And related to grazing land. And we had a conversation that there is a possibility that our other ranch in Narosora might also be benefiting from the same dam. From the same dam through the same partnership. So and I think this is a very positive gesture through the PPPs, the public-private partnerships, where this entity provides the land and the government establishes the facility. Because at the end of the day, all of us are targeting the same Kenyan who is a taxpayer in terms of service provision, for the future. And
I must say this again, that is quite...
Absolutely. And I think also good to mention that the fertilizer that we are using in this farm is also from the subsidy. It's also from the Ministry of Agriculture fertilizer subsidy program. We pick every year up to 2,000 or 4,000 bags of fertilizer through the NCPP for planting. Instead of buying fertilizer at 6,000, we buy it at 2,500. We have also advised that we minimize on the use of DAP, which is not part of the government fertilizer subsidy, to secure the soils. Because the soils are alive. And you want to utilize them in a sustainable way so that future generations can find the same soils. Some guys who are plowing these lands 20 or 30 years ago, we want to leave the same so that in 30 years to come, our children's children can also make the same soil, fertile and able to support their livelihoods.
Yeah.
So for us, it has been the last 3 years, because we have had this program for 3 years, it has drastically reduced our expenditure on fertilizer, and we have seen production.
What other support do you get from the government, or what other support have you gotten from the government beyond the dam, beyond the fertilizer, subsidized fertilizer?
You saw in the office that we have a mobile grain dryer.
The grain dryer. Yeah.
It's the new facility that just came in a few, I think almost a year ago. There was a year that we really suffered from too much rainfall at harvesting time. So we had to go dry our grains over the sun in Nakuru, in Narok, or some places like that. And being a stakeholder with the National Cereals and Produce Board, they saw us as an opportunity to be able to bring in something closer to us that can be used in case seasons like that appear again. I have photos of a very, very difficult time that we harvested thousands and thousands of bags of wheat. You could dry them for a whole week until it just goes bad.
Wow.
So we ended up going to the cereal board. We go in there, the queues are long. So they decided to just give us one of the dryers, which is going to be supporting us in case we have challenges like that coming up.
How much capacity is the dryer? How much can it dry?
It can dry up to 80 bags of grain per hour.
80 bags?
Yes, and it is a motorized whatever. It can use either diesel or electricity or even a generator.
And it dries any kind of grain?
A lot more grains, barley, wheat, maize. It can dry them up.
Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting. And how much do you expect in terms of, how do you call it? Production. Now that you said you've reduced your acreage.
Well, ideally, an acre of barley should give you between 15 to 20 bags of 90 kilos per acre.
Yeah.
In a normal situation, all factors constant. We do not expect to go that threshold, but at least if we're able to get between 12 to 15, then we can break even. So you can multiply 700 acres, 15 bags each. It's about 9,000 bags per, within the whole of that.
Yeah.
So our estimation is that if you're able to do 15 bags, then at least you can be able to pay off your cost and remain with something that takes you back to work. But the profit margin definitely has already been affected by the delay.
Okay.
Yeah, because even grain formation also requires adequate water, and there's a possibility that by the time the grains begin to form, they will begin to form in the months when there is a lot of too much of sun. So then they are going to be suppressed.
Okay.
Yeah. But we hope that we'll have intermittent rainfall along the way that can be able to sustain the crop until maturity.
All right.
Yeah.
So, in winding this up, what are your closing words to our viewer?
One, I want to encourage our viewers that farming is profitable. You don't have to have a big land.
Just say that again. Farming is
the biggest job on earth. It employs almost all of us at whatever level, small scale, katikati scale if there's something like that, and of course large scale.
Yeah.
A farmer is one of those people who must work through a lot of faith, because by the time you bury your seed on the ground, you have no idea whether it's going to germinate. It grows up, you're expecting to rain. It rains, it either rains too much or too small.
Yeah.
But still, you have to make sure that you're very consistent in doing all the operations. Do not undercut whatever the farm requires. Give the farm whatever it requires. Do your job. Use recommended facilities, crop protection facilities from recognized companies like BASF and others. I always ask my friends, the ones who visit, that at least provide agronomical support. When you visit a farm like this, before coming to my office, go to the farm, visit the crop, make diagnosis, come and speak to me about the kind of products you have. So that then at the end of the day, I am learning from experts. Expose farmers to different places, different parts of the world, so that they can also be able to learn. about what other farmers are doing, what are the new trends in pest management, what are the new trends in seed production,
technology,
what technologies are there, because then no man is an island. Farmers must learn from each other.
Yes.
So my only request from these guys is that expose us to different parts of this world, expose us to different farmers within the country, other different parts of the area, so that we can be able to learn from each other. Yeah. We could be struggling with an issue that probably we just go and see what is happening there, whatever. And of course also there is need for a lot of research and development, because as we go into a very difficult climate variability time, how do we need to adapt into the future? We are likely to be going to a time when there is no more rain. Do we stop eating?
Yeah. That's why we come in with dams.
Exactly. I mean, all these kind of innovative ways. What innovative way do we want to have that can be able to help farmers, grow in the future? Yeah. But otherwise, farming still remains the biggest job on earth.
Farming is
the biggest job on earth.
All right. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for accompanying us. Thank you for watching faithfully. Thank you for watching our content faithfully. This is the BASF Follow a Farmer East Africa, and where we bring you stories from every corner of this country. We will bring you the farmers. If you want, where do you want us to go next? Comment section is open. Please tell us where you want us to go next. Which farmer do you want us to bring you next? Just tell us and we will be there within no time and bring you the story. All right? So we want to thank once again Mr. Joseph Nkaiwuatei, who is the CEO of the Purko Development Trust, for welcoming us to his farm and giving us a very rich story. Watch the content. We have several episodes, where you just learn and learn and learn. We've had fun as well. And of course, we ask you to subscribe to this channel. My name is Papi Odek, the host with the most. As I tell you, follow a farmer, and farming is the biggest job on earth.
BASF. We create chemistry.